We all know the feeling of completely zoning out during our daily routine. Whether you're walking down a sidewalk or riding the train home, your brain goes on autopilot. We assume that familiar, well-lit environments are inherently safe. Lethal danger often finds its way into these routine spaces, remaining invisible until it is too late to ignore. We are examining 3 true accounts of ordinary people who accidentally collided with a violent criminal underworld. This map tracks the geography of a threat, from a distant brush with danger to direct confrontation, and finally, systemic entanglement. Survival instincts adapt as the threat moves from the periphery into the center of your life. Our first account begins in a place designed for maximum security. A teenager is dragged on a family camping trip to a glamping site, featuring paved walkways and indoor plumbing. It was built directly next to an active amusement park. Seeking a thrill, the teenager and his friend wait until midnight to hop the fence and trespass into the closed park. They dodge security patrols in the dark and find their way to a massive roller coaster, scaling the steep metal maintenance stairs to the very top. This is the actual view from the apex of their climb. After taking a single photo, they began creeping back down to the ground, trying to avoid the security guards below. While hiding from a golf cart patrol behind a snack shack, they realized they weren't alone. Crouched just 30 feet away was a man in tattered clothes, staring directly at them. His face was smeared with dark, wet blood. The teens froze until the man slipped away into the shadows. The next morning, park rangers announced that a man had been stabbed to death at a nearby lake just hours earlier. The killer was still on the loose, and he matched the description of the man in the shadows perfectly. Survival in this case was a matter of pure luck. These teenagers were shielded only by the night and a murderer who never realized he was being watched. The danger becomes more direct in this next account. In October 2016, a high school student was riding a New York subway train. The car was empty. He had his headphones in and his head buried in his phone, completely unaware of his surroundings. When the door slid open at 96th Street, his path was physically blocked. A man in full clown makeup, oversized shoes, and rainbow pants stood in the doorway, staring him down in total silence. The clown lunged forward to tackle him, but the student dodged and sprinted out of the station. He looked back to see the man pursuing him with a jerky, unnatural stride. The situation turned lethal when the student realized the man was chasing him with a kitchen knife in his hand. In a confined environment, staying hidden is no longer an option. Passive observation fails, and sheer physical flight becomes the only mechanism for survival. While some threats are encountered by chance, others are invited in. A graduate student searching for a side hustle found a private lifeguarding job at a hotel paying $30 an hour. The listing had one explicit requirement: the applicant must not speak Spanish. The student was fluent in Spanish, but faked ignorance to get the job. During his isolated late shift, his primary task was unlocking a back room for men wearing blue wristbands. He began receiving massive cash tips from these non-guests every night. Because the men believed he couldn't understand them, they spoke freely. Overheard conversations revealed that the pool house he was guarding was actually a front for a large-scale drug trafficking and money laundering operation. The lie collapsed when the student answered a call from his mother and spoke to her in Spanish. After hanging up the phone, he turned around to find a cartel enforcer standing directly in his path, asking him exactly how long he had understood their conversations. The lifeguard never returned to the hotel. He spent the following months paralyzed by the realization that he had unknowingly placed himself directly on a predator's payroll. These encounters began in the most mundane ways possible: a family camping trip, a commute home, and a search for a job. In every case, heroism was useless. These individuals survived by defaulting to raw self-preservation, sprinting from a confrontation, lying to an employer, or remaining perfectly still in the dark. They each recognized the exact moment the safety rules of their environment collapsed, and they acted without hesitation. When your gut senses an anomaly in a supposedly safe space, listen to it immediately. The veil of everyday safety is incredibly fragile.